Hello and welcome to the Daily Mill for Wednesday, the 15th of May 2024. In today's Millwall news, not a lot coming out today, but we have bits and pieces that I will now bring you. This is from southernnews.co.uk. You just lose confidence in your body. Ryan Leonard recounts his Millwall injury struggles following standout season. While he was the clear winner of the Player of the Year award this season, previous campaigns have been far from straightforward for the 31-year-old. Ryan Leonard said he lost confidence in his body after two horrible injury years at Millwall. The 31-year-old ended the current campaign as the Lions player of the season, but only after enduring a frustrating period of being in and out of the team because of physical issues in previous years. He said the persistent injuries affected him mentally and left him second guessing himself. Leonard told the Wall Talk podcast, "The last 2 years have been horrible, horrendous. You just lose confidence in your body. It's a horrible feeling picking up injury after injury. I would go like 5 or 6 games, would play well, and then injured. And you can just never build any sort of momentum in the team or in games. And you just lose all confidence. So you'll go into training and think, did I feel something there? It's mental. It's all in your head." Leonard made 37 appearances across the season for Millwall, who finished 13th in the Championship after a late surge of form under Neil Harris. The defender made 39 appearances combined in the previous 2 seasons and said he has altered the way he exercises to help keep himself fit. Leonard added, "I've changed so much. I've changed so many things I do off the pitch. Mentally, I try to think differently about it. This summer was a big crossroads for me as I had to go one way or another in terms of injuries. The club re-signed me and I was happy to resign, but I had to go. This is either going to go the same way or it's been going or it's never going to end well. So I could take up a lot of different things. So I've taken up yoga. I do that twice a week. I don't do as much gym anymore. I've worked really closely with the physios to do specific areas." So there you go. Yoga is the secret. So maybe that's what the rest of the players should do in training then, eh? Because it's worked well for Ryan Leonard, all the twice a week yoga. So there you go. Watch out in Chislehurst or wherever it is, Sevenoaks. You might be seeing some of the Millwall lads at the yoga class now, or carrying around the yoga mats. Now moving on to this, we had a bit of this the other day. It's a bit more now. Neil Harris talking about Casper Denor. It's from londonnewsonline.co.uk, the South London Press's online website. Millwall boss delivers his take on summer transfer window signings' first season in the Championship. Millwall head coach Neil Harris has given his verdict on Casper Denor's first season in English football. The Lions signed the midfielder from Hood Heavily Leuven in late July. Denor, 27, made 32 Championship appearances, 22 of those starts, and scored his first goal in a final day victory at Swansea City. He missed 8 games with an Achilles injury that has also affected his lower calf before Harris was appointed boss in February. "It's been a strange season for Casper," Harris told the South London Press. "He came to England, real excitement, coming into a team that's just missed out on the playoffs, and he's worked hard under 3 different head coaches and probably 3 very different characters. He's been in a team, he's been back out of the team, and then in and out. It's not easy for a player to find continuity during that period. Only, from what I understand, his form was very good for the first half of the season before he got injured. When I came in, he clearly wasn't back up to speed, and it was easy for me to go with Sav and Billy because I know them so well and what attributes they would bring to the team. Casper was naturally frustrated, understanding, but frustrated. He wanted to play, but he knew he wasn't quite 100% there yet. He has had to bide his time, train well, be a good pro, which he has been, then take his opportunity when it comes. To perform the last couple of games like he has is testament to his desire and character to want to be a Millwall player. To score the goal and play so well was pivotal for him. I've said the team go away in a good place and will come back confident. It's the same with Casper." So there you go. Now moving on to this, mentioned it the other day. Going to mention it again. The game on Friday, southernnews.co.uk. Kevin Nugent hoping fans will bring the noise on Friday as Millwall under-21s aim for another final. Birmingham City stand in the way of Millwall reaching a second professional development league playoff final in a row. Kevin Nugent is hopeful Millwall fans will back his under-21 side in huge numbers as they attempt to replicate last year's success. Millwall under-21s won both the Professional Development League and the subsequent playoff semi-final and final in May 2023 to mark a brilliant year of achievement for the youth side. They secured the league title again with last month's 3-3 draw against Barnsley and will be hungry to go all the way for back-to-back doubles. A semi-final tie against Birmingham City at Den looms on Friday night, and with Millwall's senior team already concluding their season, Nugent is keen for fans to turn up in numbers like they did last year. He told the News at Den, "Our last season for the final, we had good support from the Millwall fans. So if we could get a few down there for our semi-final against Birmingham, that would be fantastic as well. We know how important the fans are here. It gives you a lift, whether it's a few thousand or a lot more, especially for our teams, where you don't get many people at the games, and then in big games like this, you do get a few. So it would be fantastic if we could get a few Millwall fans in the door." Millwall's under-21s have given a marvellous season and topped their league after winning 17 of their 29 games and scoring a whopping 80 goals in the process. While many of their players won't make it into Neil Harris's first team, higher profile matches like the playoff games gives them a chance to promote their talents and catch the attention of a senior side in the EFL or in non-league. Nugent has urged his players to treat every match like an FA Cup final to give themselves the best chance of progressing in their careers. And he said, whether it's a training session or a friendly match, young players these days really have to focus and turn it into their own professional FA Cup final, because you never know who's watching at any stage. Even in training, like the first team manager could be looking across at one of our sessions and see one of the players doing something and things change. So these lads have to make sure they're concentrated and focused, and every single game has to be a cup final for them. Last year's captain Chin Ockley, who was also the match winner in the playoff final against Sheffield United, has recently returned to fitness after struggling with injury since a loan spell at Bromley. The South London side were promoted from non-league football earlier this month, with another Millwall defender, Kamal Grant, spending the second half of the campaign at Bromley and playing in the playoff final. Nugent said, "It's been fantastic for him. He went out on loan at Bromley, been in and out of the side sometimes, and that's development of not getting too down when you're not in a team and just plugging away. He's become a regular in their side in the latter part of the season and goes on to Wembley to get promoted, which is absolutely fantastic for him." Indeed. And it would be interesting to see if they feature all these players that came back on loan. They went out on loan, they come back to Millwall now. Will they be involved in the matchday squad on Friday? Be very interesting to see. Going to bring this up. This is from sofascore.com. The other semi-final is set. It's Swansea travelling away to Sheffield United. That game is on Monday the 20th, and that will be broadcast on Sheffield United's YouTube channel. No news yet whether Mill will put the game on Mill TV, but if not, just get down there. Like, what else are you going to do? Just get down there. So yeah. But like I said before, previously, pretty sure that because of the points per game situation, that if Millwall to win and Sheffield United were to win, that the game would be played at Bramall Lane. So let's all cheer on Swansea, and hope we have a Millwall Swansea final at the Den. Now we're going to finish with this, which is a weird little story that's popped up, but it's an interview with Ali Orr from the Times. Fanatical at Millwall, watchful in the middle for Hampshire. Childhood training session with Ian Holloway's foul-mouthed side cemented openers' football allegiance, but careful batting is fostering confidence after the move. What's this all about then? Well, Ali Orr is not your stereotypical Millwall supporter. The 23-year-old Hampshire opener from Eastbourne on the south coast is friendly, with an engaging smile and a measured approach. He does not seem quite the type to frequent the Den. Cheeky. I see things I don't see at Eastbourne or the Ultima Bowl, Orr says of the South East London Stadium, which is renowned for its passionate supporters. I look at the fan and I think he's an ultra, and I arrive early and I embrace the old 90 minutes. The affinity came about when he was a boy. Orr's parents took him on a holiday to Portugal to a resort with a Millwall squad of training, and the manager, Ian Holloway, invited him to join in. I learned a whole lot of words I didn't know before, he says. His ambition is to watch matches at all 92 Football League grounds. Hampshires rained off fixture in Durham last month, allowed him to visit Sunderland Stadium and light. It takes my mind off of cricket, he says. So they're suggesting that he went to the Sunderland Mill game in April. Well, his ambition is to visit all 92 league grounds with Millwall, or just in general. Because there's Mill fans been going a long, long time. They're nowhere near 92. And the trouble is, every time you tick one off, you wait a few years and they knock the stadium down and there's a new one. And then you've got to go again. News this week of Oxford trying to get a new stadium built. And the police are objecting to that. So yeah. If you're a Millwall fan, how many football grounds have you been to? Of the current 92 and in general of old ones that have been knocked down? You'll be struggling to get one that's probably past 50, I would say. I think the average will probably be about 25. After a controversial move this year from the Division 2 side, Sussex, to a test match venue and a higher standard of county cricket, Orr's Hampshire career began inauspiciously. That washout in Durham was followed by scores of 10, 13, 4, 26 and 6. He needed a sizable knock, and last Friday, in front of his new supporters at Ultima Bowl, when his place was in jeopardy, he made it 126 against Durham. Now he could walk with greater self-belief past the pitches in the pavilion of Hampshire opening batsmen who had gone before him: Roy Marshall, Barry Richards, Gordon Greenidge, Chris Smith, Paul Terry. The club may have just found their successors in Orr and Fletcher Middleton, 22. Heach has now made a century this season. Orr is determined and watchful as he squirts the fast bowlers off to the square and increasingly takes the attack to the spinners, coached in the use of his feet by Grant Flower at Sussex and now Jimmy Adams, a fellow left-hander. He has taken to Hampshire, sharing a flat with Toby Albert, 22, another up-and-coming batsman. So why did he leave Hove? He had grown accustomed to batting there and was close to his family in Eastbourne. Yet, having made a prolific start to his career, Orr had a trying season last year, suffering with knee and finger injuries. He denies rumours that he did not get in with Paul Farbrace, the Sussex head coach. I wanted to challenge myself, he says. I wanted to leave Sussex on good terms and be able to return and walk around Hove. Orr's agent discovered that Hampshire were looking for another opener and suggested he speak to them. Hampshire's approach was perfectly legal, Farbrace said. We wanted to keep Ali, and I can understand why our supporters and former players were upset, but he wanted First Division cricket and to play on a test ground. The game has changed. Player moves counties now, and I messaged Ali and when he had scored his century, and he thanked me. The one impediment to moving counties was, he felt, leaving home. Orr has spent a winter in Adelaide playing grade cricket, not very successfully, and Eastbourne will be too far for a regular commute. Last Friday, his father spotted that he had reached a half-century and set off for Southampton. The journey took him 3 hours, and his son was out by the time he reached the ground. Still, it was an important innings. The ground is a special place, Orr said. I believe Ben Brown, my captain when I started playing for Sussex, put in a very good word for me. Rod Bransgrave is such a humble, down-to-earth man who sent me messages, and although I felt under pressure, my century helped me relax. To come into a dressing room as senior players was quite daunting, but I feel more confident now. So there you go. If you are in the cricket game, obviously summer is here. We have no Millwall apart from this game on Friday until August or July if you're into pre-season friendlies. If you are watching cricket, watch out for this lad, Ali Orr, Millwall fan, because Ian Holloway let him join in with training in Portugal. So there you go. Strange. And on that note, thank you for watching and goodbye.